of the 90-day Blitz training. Today, we're going to cover one of my favorite topics, which is duplication and leverage and how that's used inside of the Save Club compensation plan. Because really, when we're talking about compensation, when we're talking about making money, it's really math. Money is math. And so we're going to break this down into, what I feel are some compelling examples of what is possible. But before we get into that, I want to cover this disclaimer. The income figures, earning projections, and business growth examples provided in this training are for educational and illustrative purposes only. These examples are hypothetical in nature and do not represent any form, guarantee, promise, or assertion of potential income. Any discussion of income, earnings, or financial success is not to be interpreted as typical or guaranteed results for participating in Save Club or any business opportunity. The success of Save Club affiliates is based on many variables, including but not limited to personal dedication, time invested, skill level, consistency, marketing efforts, leadership ability, and marketing dynamics. Save Club makes no claims of average income. Past results do not indicate any future performance, and individual outcomes will always vary. Any earnings mentioned are not representative of what every individual can expect and should be considered as a promise and should not be considered as a promise or reflection of actual results. Furthermore, any income scenarios, compensation breakdowns, and projections are theoretical illustrations to explain the potential structure of the Save Club compensation plan. They are not financial advice or business guarantees. Look, guys, I put this slideshow together to demonstrate the power of this compensation plan, and nothing builds out exactly perfectly every time. But I think you'll see what the potential is and how profitable it is to work this compensation plan and sponsor people and get matching bonuses. So I really just wanted to put this income disclosure out there, this disclaimer, so that we don't get in trouble. But the program is going to be demonstrated here in a couple of slides of just what the possibilities could be. So none of it works without duplication. And duplication is such a powerful thing. To have exponential growth, duplication, and create leverage is one of the things that every successful person, massively successful person, has. I don't care if you're in banking or you're on Wall Street. If you look at people's careers in making money, you'll see that duplication of their money is important, and the compounding effect that is in there. Well, in network marketing, it's a different type of duplication. Successful duplication in MLM is about making tasks easy and empowering belief. So if you're on Wall Street or you're a big banker and you want your money to duplicate, you got to first have money. You got to first start with money to go. Well, in MLM, you can do it. You can create levels of duplication. You create levels of leverage by simply creating simple systems and attracting others who are looking for a way to better their life. And with Save Club, we've made it extra easy because Save Club has created tools and systems to get new affiliates for personal enrollments fast. And then again, there's no guarantee you're going to get your 4 personal enrollments, but we're doing everything in our power to put the tools in place so that new people with no experience can learn a system, get some enrollments, and duplicate to others. So why is 4 enrollments important? Well, if you get started as a Save Club affiliate, you can get started for as low as $79.97. That gets you going, that gets your business started. And with just 4 enrollments and the fast start bonuses for those enrollments at $20 each, you'll have $80. This puts you in profit. So think about this. You're able to start a business for $80. You can get 4 enrollments and you're in profit. And so if you can do this in your first month, if you could get 1 enrollment a week, a brand new person can get 1 enrollment a week, then they can be in profit their very first month and be on the fast track to producing something that can really change their life. So also why 4 is important is you can get all the way to the top of this compensation plan. You can theoretically become a 5-star inside the Save Club compensation plan with just 4 personals. You'll have 4 legs, and if those legs take off to the right numbers, you'll be a 4-star, you'll be a 5-star, you could reach the top of this comp plan. This is a breakthrough in compensation plans. Very rare in multi-level marketing can you reach the top of a compensation plan with just 4 enrollments. We removed the personal enrollment requirements to climb up this compensation plan and just made it simply volume based. So, this is a huge advantage. It's going to help a lot of people rank advance, but you got to do the minimum, which is get 4. And also, there's 4 weeks in a month. And so I'm doing some math here for you guys that if you get a certain number of pre-enrollees every day, it will equal a certain number of pre-enrollees in a week. And if you hit those numbers, on average, you'll get 1 enrollment. So if you're able to get this many pre-enrollees per day, this many pre-enrollees per week, the numbers don't lie, you'll average out 1 enrollment. And if you can follow these simple numbers, when we break it down like this, you'll see that simple disciplined actions daily, like getting 3 pre-enrollees a day times 7 days a week, that'd be 21 pre-enrollees. And it would be very, very difficult to have 21 pre-enrollees and only get 1 upgrade. That our numbers are far greater than that, like 5 times better than that. But it makes it simple, and we've got systems to show you how to get 3 pre-enrollees a day. So if that helps break it down for you. Now, when you learn these systems and you're able to apply the activities daily, follow the action tracker daily, and have others do the same, if you were to repeat these over 16 weeks, you could create a massive organization. And that's what I'm going to show you next. But first, I'm going to go to this old story of a penny doubled every day. So option 1, you take $1 million up front. Option 2, you get a penny doubled every day. Now, we've all heard this story maybe many times, but let's just go through it again. Day 1, you got 1 penny. Day 2, 2 pennies. Day 3, day 4, you're only at 8 pennies. Day 10, you're at $5. Day 20, you're only at $5,000. That's 2/3 of the month has gone by, and you're only at $5,000. Well, you keep going, and by day 25, we only got 5 days left. You're only at 167,772. And you might be thinking, oh man, at day 25, I really screwed up. I should have taken $1 million. But this is where the power of exponential growth and compounding comes into play. As you can see here through day 26, day 27, day 28, you've passed $1 million. Day 29, you're at 2.6, and day 30, you're at 5.3 million. And so the power of leverage, the power of duplication really can compound in your favor. And when you've got a compensation plan like we have at Save Club that really reaches down 16 levels, really reaches down to infinity, I'll show you how that works here. This is how, when we get duplication working and everybody does a little bit, it can compound into some phenomenal earnings. Now, remember, guys, we're in a different era of network marketing. Back even before 2020, people were selling $3,500, water machines and $3,500 energy mats, and you make these big sales and you make these big commissions, and maybe you get a little duplication, or maybe you're selling $1,000 sign up packs for nutritional supplements and $150 a month auto ships, and you get some duplication. Well, today in 2025. That stuff's not working, and these businesses are just going out of business like fast. So 35 of the top 50 MLM companies since 2020 have been massively disrupted, out of business, merged. It's just been a bloodbath in the MLM industry, and we need a new model, and that's what Save Club is. We're here with a business that you can put down less than $300 and have a fully functional business with unlimited income earnings for an entire year. This model works, but here's the downside to that. You've got only $300 coming in for a year per enrollment. How are you going to make big money, which is $300? Well, you got to do it through duplication. You got to do it through leverage, and it takes some bigger numbers to get there. But it's bigger numbers in the grand scheme of things, like a penny doubling every day. But it's not big numbers in terms of the individual effort that goes on. So I talked about doing 4. I talked about 4. A new person coming in and doing 4. Well, let's just say a new person comes in and only does half of that, only does 2. So if you look over here on column 2, you got 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, 128, all the way down here to level 16 with 65,536 people. That's just 2 who get 2 who get 2, all the way down through 16 levels. Well, if your matrix was to fill like that, 2 who got 2 who got 2, and fill through 16 levels, your monthly income would be 65,000. This green box down here in column 4, level 16, be $65,535. That's pretty amazing. And like we said, this is just an example. This is a theoretical example of how duplication would work inside this exact compensation plan. Now, that's phenomenal. But remember, when you got started in here, you sponsored 2. Let's say the first 2. Well, if we just do the first level, the first generation of matching bonuses, then you'd earn a 20% match on your people. Well, if they went all the way down through 16 levels, you see here level 17, you don't get paid on your 17th level in your matrix, but you'll get paid a matching bonus on your personal enrollments, 16th level, which would be your 17th level. And if you sponsored 2 people and you made a 20% match, you can run the different numbers here and you can see that there's an accumulation. Well, which is 2 enrollments and your 2 enrollments going through 16 levels, your monthly income for these matrices, your matrix plus your 2 personal enrollments matrix filled through 16 levels, $104,000. That's incredible monthly income. And remember, this is just 2 who get 2 who get 2. Well, if we did 4, you could imagine that. But look, guys, it never works like this. As simple as we can make the systems, as much as we can make the training, you would think that for someone to reach their goals and dreams that they could go get 2 people. But let's say that this failed 90% of the time. That 90% of this failed, but we duplicated and we got some work and we subtract 90% from this 104,000. Well, it's still around 10,000. And so that ain't so bad. So creating duplication and having it repeat and have consistency through 16 levels. And why I was saying 1 enrollment per week, well, that's very realistic. It's realistic to get 1 enrollment a week if you were to get 3 pre-enrollees a day. And we can definitely train you with these systems to get 3 pre-enrollees per day. I mean, if the reward is this big, could you go get 3 pre-enrollees a day? Could you learn how to use social media? Could you learn how to use the internet to get 3 interested people who'd be interested in lifestyle freedom, savings, making extra income, helping other people get free? I think we can. So again, this is just a theoretical example here. I'm going to do a deeper training on these numbers of and what they mean, what these columns mean. You can see here when on column 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the first column that says 20% match. Well, it doesn't start until you don't start earning until the 2nd level here. And then it goes down all the way down to level 17. And I've got this broken down. You can see the cumulative totals with the match down per level. And it's really these green dots is what I'd highlight as just a theoretical example of how this would work. Now look, your income would go from 65,000 with sponsoring nobody and having a full matrix. If it went through all 16 levels. Now you got to be a 4-star or 5-star to get all 16 levels. But if this worked out, you'd get there. But look at the jump here from 65,000 to almost 105,000. We're talking about a $40,000 jump, and all you did was sponsor 2 people. That is how powerful the matching bonuses are. So for each person that you enroll, you're making a match. But we're only demonstrating here the match on the first level of match, which is 20%. There's a total of 5 generations of match. So there's more match that gets paid on this, continually. So there's a lot of money in this compensation plan being paid out. So just remember that this compensation plan pays out up to 80.5%. So when the math's all done, and if this thing pays out a full 80.5%, I mean, there's a lot of money in this plan. So hopefully this helps demonstrate just what's there and how important it is to sponsor people. And look, when you get started, you want to sponsor your people right away so that they're high up inside your matrix. That way you get more match. So getting yourself started and getting your first 2 people get to 1 star, that's an important task. If you're not a 1-star, focus on that, and then help your people reach 1 star. And that's how this thing will duplicate, and we'll get this thing really creating leverage for people. So here's the conclusion. True freedom in network marketing is not built by working harder. No, don't get me wrong. I want you to work hard. I work hard every day, but reaching these levels of duplication, you'll never enroll 65,000 people yourself. You'll never get 131,000 people enrolled by yourself, but it can happen through duplication, and it's everybody doing a little bit. If everybody did 2 people who got 2 people, that growth, that leverage, that duplication creates something very magical. And it's really one of the most powerful things in the universe is exponential growth and leverage and duplication. So here's a way for you to harness one of the most powerful principles in the universe and put it in your favor to build your own legacy in your own bank account. So leverage the power of the simple systems that we're working so hard to put in place. Let these amazing tools, these videos, these tools do the talking for you, the webinars, and really empower others to believe in what is going on and believing in yourself and believing in others, that there is a way for you to win. And if you don't see yourself winning, count those little wins every single day, because the little wins will equal momentum, which will equal bigger wins and bigger wins and bigger wins. And if we can help our teammates get these little wins, celebrate the pre-enrollee, celebrate the enrollment, celebrate going 1-star, that they don't seem like huge accomplishments, but when our culture is winning and everybody takes their little wins, it can compound into a massive win. So yesterday's training, simple, disciplined actions repeated over time will equal a multiple reward. Hopefully I was able to demonstrate that with the last slide and what can be done with this compensation plan. I'm going to end it with this. Build systems that are more powerful than you. Well, we're doing that as a company, and we're proving it with each and every one of your success. Inspire others to become leaders. The better that you get at uplifting people, edifying people, and inspiring others to become leaders, the more success you'll have in this industry. That's just a hallmark of success within network marketing. And create a lifestyle of freedom for your teammates. The more people that you'll have create success for, then you'll match their checks and it'll be better. So that's it for today's training. Guys, I tried to keep this right here at 20 minutes. Math's always a complicated subject. I'm going to go more into that slide later on the live presentations, and we'll really break down the numbers. But hopefully this will help you understand what we're doing as a team, what's important, why the little things can make a huge difference. And we'll catch you tomorrow. Thanks.